Okay, this is our technology and integration project. This was a collaboration of Brittany Campbell, Brenda King, and Janita Randolph. Our problem: how do we effectively integrate technology while staying in context of a usually memorized lesson on exponents? Our conceptual solution was to create a lesson, and this lesson was developed to help students make sense of exponential relationships in a mathematics classroom. Integrating technology into the lesson will provide a way for all students to engage in the lesson creatively and meaningfully while allowing students individual time to think and reflect. So, here is a sample of some of the lessons to be used by students. So, there's a welcoming page on the Google site, and then a 3-minute video, YouTube video of Alice in Wonderland, because we will be using Alice in Wonderland to demonstrate exponents. There is a direct link to the site below, and this has been posted on ELC. So, the 4 C's and how they were integrated into our lesson. Communication. A YouTube video is used to communicate a context, the Alice phenomenon, with the students. This provides a way for students to see how math can be used in the real world. Google Sites are used to make lesson content available to students on their mobile devices. This allows for a more efficient use of resources for both the teacher and the students. It also allows students to learn at their own pace, time, and personal situation. The Poll Everywhere resource allows students to actively engage in responding to questions. It also provides a quicker and more efficient way of collecting data for teachers because it allows for the students to respond at their own pace as well as providing a graph of the responses. QR codes allow the teacher to communicate the work to be done by students. The assignment in turn allows both student and teacher to assess their understanding. Creativity. Google Docs allows students an opportunity to brainstorm and to submit creative solutions prior to the exponents lesson. It also allows the teacher to perform a formative assessment on the students prior to actually teaching the unit. Critical thinking. By starting the lesson with the Poll Everywhere question, students use critical thinking skills to come up with a solution based on their current understandings. The students are asked to respond and reflect using Google Forms. By asking them to reflect, the students have to use their critical thinking skills to assess their own understanding and participation in the activity. By asking them to respond, the students have to understand the concept well enough to come up with a logical solution. When we're using Padlets, by asking the students to respond to other responses, this provides not only collaboration, but critical thinking skills as well. The students must critically analyze their peers' work by making comments about the procedures done and the overall solution to the problem given. I will now actually go to our Google site, which is where the lesson has been posted, just to give a quick overview of some of the features that the students will actually see. So, the objective of this lesson is for students to be able to understand and develop a sensibility to the magnitude of exponential growth, to develop laws of exponents, and to define negative exponents. And all of this is hoped to be accomplished with student exploration versus direct instruction from the teacher. So the actual materials or resources used for this is Padlet, Poll Everywhere, a QR code, which will go directly to the ALICE PDF, a QR, so they'll use their QR scanner for that, and Google Forms. The opening activity would use the Padlet. The warm-up exercise within the class will actually use Poll Everywhere. And then there will be a whole group discussion and a YouTube video, which actually introduces, this is what you call the catcher, the hook, so to speak, to the lesson, because it's actually a 3-minute clip of Alice in Wonderland. And then after the video is shown, there will be a whole group discussion or collaboration about how mathematics can be used to represent how Alice grows and shrinks, which was shown in the video. For the classwork component, students will actually use their QR code, scan, and then go into the ALICE PDF document. Or you can use whatever worksheet or document or link that you would like to use for this QR code reader. And after the students have completed all of the components of the lesson, they will fill out a Google form as a reflection on the use of technology and the usefulness of the lesson. Thank you for your time and attention.